Welcome to Crypto Tips. We have 4 stories for you today. 2 of them, no, they're all showing a development of cryptocurrencies in our daily lives and how that is shifting. The first story we're going to talk about, it's something that you can't do if you've invested in an ETF. So Kraken is reporting record outflows for Bitcoin and Ethereum not seen since 2017. You could attribute this to the circulating supply of Bitcoin having increased since 2017. The circulating supply of Bitcoin in 2017 was June 4th, 2017, was 16.3 million. Now we're at 19.7 million circulating Bitcoin. So there's more Bitcoin to move around, but a lot of people are taking self-custody over their cryptocurrencies, which is amazing. But you can't do it if you're invested in an ETF. You know who's not going to tell you that? Michael Saylor, JP Morgan, Larry Fink. They're not going to say jack squat about self-custody. But that is a very important thing to learn about if you don't want to be vulnerable to things like confiscations or freezing your funds for whatever reason and being pigeonholed into basically centralization. That's why Bitcoin was created. Take self-custody over it. The next story we have to talk about, JP Morgan going the other way. They are launching biometric data for making transfers. So basically your fingerprint or using your Face ID or your palm print they're saying it's going to bulk up security to make things faster. They're going to be collecting a lot of biometric data. What they do with that, you're never going to know. Do I think you should avoid it? Absolutely. Now, in the next story here, we're going to talk about NFTs, real-world assets, and how they are colliding into our daily lives. Galaxy Digital has recently accepted an NFT representing a 317-year-old violin owned by Catherine the Great, I believe, as collateral for a loan issued by Galaxy Digital. So that's really cool. Tokenizing real world items and digitizing them so that they become liquid, so you can leverage that position, so you can prove ownership over that and leverage that in the digital world for lending and other financial practices. This is a huge step that can bring everyone around the world onto a new economy. It's really cool. Lastly, we have to talk about what has happened on the New York Stock Exchange. A lot of big people are talking about this. Edward Snowden is saying Bitcoin fixes this. There's a caveat. I will cover it at the end here. But basically what had happened was the New York Stock Exchange is a centralized platform, and there was a glitch that sent shares, the Berkshire Hathaway shares, plunging 99%. In price, basically it was a glitch, it was an accident. And Edward Snowden is saying basically Bitcoin fixes this. A lot of people are saying Bitcoin fixes this, cryptocurrency decentralization fixes this, but decentralized exchanges specifically fix this. Not centralized exchanges like Coinbase or even Kraken. You know, Kraken's cool, but it's a centralized exchange. They are prone to blackouts. Coinbase showed us how great they are at blacking out and going down when volume even ticks up a little bit. And BlackRock, doesn't want too much activity happening on their Bitcoin before they're ready for that to happen. So Coinbase goes down, people can't trade on that platform. But decentralized exchanges fixes this. I'd like you to comment down below your favorite decentralized exchange that you trade Bitcoin on. I don't think there's that many. I don't think there's a whole lot of trading volume because there's not a lot of smart contract activity happening with Bitcoin. We're getting into that soon, through what we're seeing with things like ordinals and the new complexities being added to the Bitcoin blockchain. Certainly much more volume and activity happening on decentralized exchanges for the Ethereum ecosystem, which is one of the things I like most about the Ethereum ecosystem, is it does actually facilitate far more decentralization in terms of trading. But Let me know your favorite Bitcoin dexes down below in the comments. I'd love to do some deep dives and present information for the grander audience. For those of you who think that that dex is worthy of it, I'm all ears. If you want to know which cryptocurrencies we are buying and selling and trading on decentralized exchanges, check out learningcrypto.com. If you guys want to have some spice added to your Twitter feed, you got to follow Toby on Twitter at Sir Crypto Tips. Thanks so much. See you later.